Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, midday money on a Saturday, the 19th of July. Welcome on into the show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, whenever I should say you are, time-wise. Thanks for popping in. Whether you're on YouTube, at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X, or maybe you're listening after the fact on podcast form. Maybe you're rolling out iHeartRadio and podcast land. Thanks for listening. Winners and whiners, picks and parlays, Sean Higgs on the YouTubes. Follow them all a little different. You got me and the Earl on PMP. Scott Rochelle, Dave Delano doing free picks on winners and whiners. And the Sean Higgs is me. I'll probably roll out a little shorty today with some ribby props, although you'll get the ribby props here in the show. But the Sean Shorties will be returning. We got football coming up. Good things ahead. Again, Mr. Sean Higgs on the X, Twitter, YouTube channels. Let's go thumbs up. Comment section always open. Subscribe to the channels. Let's get on our way. We will. Where should we start here? We'll put some MLB Free Picks. 2-2 day yesterday with the Free Picks. Break it even. 6-2 on the site. 65% run rate. 40-22 the last month. 25-15 just in July. So we're having a nice little go of it in Major League Baseball. A couple games under. One side I'm 6 under there, so right around that. Not down too much. If we add in our ribbies, we are up for the year, obviously. But let's pull up today's MLB. Oh, excuse me. And the scroll underneath is going to have ribby props. I will add the ribby props to the chat as well. So we'll get a little ahead there for the ribbies and stuff like that. If you're on YouTube, you'll get it. And they're scrolling across. But I'll get to them in 1 second. 167 to 156 plus 1155 again. 2-2 yesterday. Plus money winner on Texas. We lose plus monies Red Sox and the A's. We had the over San Diego, never in doubt over the 8 there with a 7-2 final. But 2-2, no harm. 1155. Let's go. Mets run line today plus 115. The Tigers, even money versus Kumar Rocker and the Rangers. We did have the Rangers yesterday as a winner, but not so much today. Yankees run line plus 125. Yankees run line. Again, these are all on Twitter. They are in the chat. They are scrolling underneath. Ribby props. And here we go. We're not playing games. I'm coming in firing. We're going to either double up our plus $1,540, 69 and 118. But hello, you see the numbers here. Alonso plus 115, Soto 130, Lindor 165, Nemo plus 170 for the Mets. I'm taking guys a little bit plus money. Now Alonso, we could have did a 2 ribby, but I got enough guys in here. We'll be all right. Detroit today, I think we get some runs off of Kumar Rocker. Riley Green plus 155. Torque, that's my guy. Pounded Sports. Him and Joe Dell. His Bash brothers. Torkelson plus 180. McKinstry plus 215. Detroit Lenny. Yankees. Now, Judge was even money on it. Now, again, Alonso's plus 115. I'm not giving that an even money. Not going to happen. Nick Saban style. Not happening. Stop asking. 2 ribbies plus 290. You want to do a home run today? All right. I mean, I could see a 2-run shot here. Get us our ribbies. Belly plus 170. Goldie plus 180. Austin Wells plus 175. 2 ribbies plus 550. Obviously, I think the Yankees are going to score some today. All right, kind of held down last night. We did have the Braves last night. Easy winner there. We'll take it. Today, I think we get some runs between Atlanta and the Yanks. So, ribbies galore today. We had a nice season, and even last season with the ribby props. If you were with me last year with ribby props, 168 and 267 plus 1,900. So there is that. Ribby props have not been bad. Done all right with the ribbies. Let's hit the comments. Michael B's in the house. How are you, Michael? Stop Gio is here today. Good to see Gio here. Lauren, good to see Lauren. Another day for Michael B. Started at 0-4. That's closer. Gave up 7 runs in the 8th inning. Destroyed the under. Diamondbacks and Brew Crew in. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking the Brewers. I said yesterday, I was like, man, Dodgers aren't even laying 2-1. It was like 180. Was it too low because they're begging to take the Brewers? Are the Brewers for real? Today, it's Dodgers, 130 today with Sheen on now? I mean, Peralta's having a nice season. Diamondbacks, nice winner. They were up 5-0, and I'm like, oh, boy. I don't want to even look at this and think of it as a win because the bullpen was still going to come into play. But I was with you on Arizona. Nice win. My guy, Jeff, Louisiana's finest. Relaxing and watching horse racing. All right, a little pony action for our guy, Jeff. King D's in the house. There's picks and parlays. There's Sean Higgs. Winners and whiners. So, I do mention the different channels, right? Picks, parlays. Me and Tim will do a bunch of videos over there. Dave Delano, Scott Reichel do a bunch of free picks on winners and whiners. Sean Higgs, I do the baseball cards, right? So I was sitting around yesterday. My head was bothering me. I did the show, short show yesterday, Monday Money. And then I was looking at some football stuff. And I said, you know what? Let me crack open a Bowman. And I got one numbered card. Apparently this guy's pretty decent. Or he's a decent prospect. Kevin McConkle out of 299. I thought this was a cool looking card for Rhett Lauer. But then that's it. Who to get, Jack? Bunch of nonsense. Baseball cards, though. I gotta run through these guys. Get rid of them. Ron has win some, lose some. Yeah. Well, listen, we like to win a little more than we lose, and we have been here, Renard. If you look at the baseball for the season here, 167, 156. We're up for the free picks. That's what people tend to like more than the premiums. So there's that. But I'm not worried about my MLB total season. We're a couple games under 500. It's July. I'm not worried about it. That's why you don't get wrapped up into look at this. I've been great for 3 days. It's a long season. Long season of action. Can you took a couple days off? Yeah. Listen, I like the All-Star break. That's where I kind of just get into college and NFL. Right, get the magazines. Start diving into that stuff. I'm not a CFL guy. Not a real WNBA guy. Summer League. I'd rather prepare for the next big season. Ruby props are all posted in the chat here. Scrolling, and they're on Twitter. If you're not following on Twitter, I don't know why not. We're creeping up here, closing in on 48.50. Guy says, thank you, Tampa Bay. You're right, guy. I said with Morton, he'd been great in his last 15 starts. I mean, really, I could use the term great. He gave up 28 and 5 and then 20 runs in his next 15. That's pretty good. I still couldn't bet the O's, But, yeah, Tampa, this is interesting with Tampa Bay. You got so many teams right in there, especially here in the East here. It's like you got guys close enough to the division, 100% in wild card hunts, right? I mean, Tampa's a game and a half out of the wild card. I mean, listen, 5 back when you're going to play Toronto is not bad. 2 back of the Yanks, a game behind the Red Sox. It's a competitive division. This trade deadline, you have the Cardinals and Arizona. One's 5 back in wild card. Arizona's 5 back in wild card. St. Louis 2 back. Arizona sweeps this. Are they alive? Listen, they're 10 back. Is somebody catching the Dodgers? Probably not, right? I mean, the Dodgers got a lead, and they've been missing pitchers all year. But if you're 3 back at the deadline, are you dumping guys 3 back? Look at all. I mean, who is totally the Rock? The Rockies are trading people. Pittsburgh's going to trade people. They're not, at 14, they're not doing anything. The Nats, who are the Nats going to trade? They're not trading their young guys. Braves sure as heck ain't trading anybody. Who is Una? They traded Una? Maybe a bullpen guy? Man, this trade deadline could be crazy. Or it could be absolutely boring because everybody's going to say we're going to go for the playoffs. Tim Rose in the house. Mets run line today is the right call. See what you did there, little David Wright. I didn't realize I went into Tim's YouTube. I didn't know my membership had expired to the channel. Guy likes the Mets today as well. Yeah, I think this is a get right spot versus Nick Martinez. I'm heavy on him. You see him. We got him run line, and we got Ruby props. I obviously think the Mets are winning today. JK's in the house. He's YouTube Premium on a Sean Higgs. Mike B says Cardinals money line today against Arizona. All right. Hey, listen. You got Sonny Gray who's been well. Ryan Nelson has not pitched terribly. Brewers again, right? I mean, Peralta's just having a great season. I get it. Kind of want to take the Angels. That's the thing. I liked them yesterday because you're laying these big numbers with Philly, who's an under team, so they're not getting a lot of run support themselves, and you think, well, we got to lay 2-1. You miss that. How do you come back with them today? If you're 1-0 and then it loses today, you know what? You split, you're still up money. I was in the same dilemma, Mike. Same dilemma. There's pizza money in Tampa under. Latelli Kramer. I'm not going to talk you off that one. I think Littell has decent numbers at home. Oh, he's got a 109 whip, not terrible. 3.40 ERA is decent. It's not great, but here we go. Coming into the break, 2 road starts, 4 runs allowed. Last home game, 1 earned versus Detroit. Baltimore played them at home, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Any other games versus Baltimore this year? No. Home versus Miami, 1 run. Home versus Minnesota, 1 run. Home versus Houston, 2 runs. Home versus Milwaukee, 2 runs. Home versus Boston, 1 run. Here's where he gets the skewed ERA, Gar. Against the Angels beat him up 7 runs in 4 innings. That is he's got 7 in that one. Colorado, he pitched one of the first games of the year, 1 run back in March. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 3 versus Baltimore. So he's given up 12. 12 runs and 8 starts. 1 start, 7. He's been good at home. He's been good. Yeah, I said I was going to talk you off it. I will back you up on that under. Yes. Let's see. Can you get the futures going here? Raised to an ease, 850. Took a shot on the Sox, 575. Better than the 4-1 that was the beginning of the year for Boston. 2 definitely worth a shot there. Nice odds. I mean, what are we talking about here? Boston is 4 back. Tampa's 5 back. Do we think – hold on. How is it early? We are after the All-Star break. It is mid-July, and the Brewers have the 2nd most wins in baseball. 3rd most wins in baseball. I don't know if they're per se for real. They have a better run differential than the Dodgers. They have 1 less win than the Dodgers. They've won 8 in a row. You got to take them a little serious. Now, our guy King D doesn't. No, excuse me, not King D. I'm looking at King D's right above you here with his future stuff. Our guy Team Money doesn't come in all that much anymore since his Duke prediction. That being said, he was a guy who was like, MLB wins are fake, right? He's always like, I don't care about the records. Where I'm like, hey, you got to beat the teams who you play. You beat all the teams, and then you get to where you got to be. These guys have beaten whoever they had to play. They're playing, what's that, 58, 580 ball, 588 win percentage? I mean, these guys are winning games. You took care of the Dodgers last night. And the Dodgers are slumped, which happens. We see teams going wrong like this. This is the thing. Are the Brewers, as hot as they are right now, will they hit a little bump and then they lose 5 in a row? Right? So it kind of offsets the 8 in a row. Right? Because then you're 8-5 and, all right, you're still winning. Do I think they are a World Series team? No, I can't get behind that. Are they a playoff team? Yeah, yes, they are. You know? It's a squad. It's like, to me, it's like the Astros. Like, I can't believe the Astros are as good as they are with the lineup that they have, the pitching staff. They have an entire rotation on the injured list, and yet they have 56 wins. One less win than Milwaukee. It's weird to say, like, what's real and what's not. I mean, you're winning all the games, you're going to get in the playoffs. You beat all the bad teams, you split versus the good. And the Dodgers, believe it or not, they've had problems versus teams with winning records. Listen, you can beat up all the bad cats. That's all fine and dandy. You're going to be 500 against teams with winning records. You can be picked off. I had the Red Sox yesterday. I thought, Giolito, I was like, you know what? I'll take them there. I'm not a big Carlos Ray guy. You want to come back on him today? Bello and manga. I'm a manga guy. I like a manga. Gas station sushi. Write it down. Sheehan has been one of my favorite pitchers in MLB. Dodgers minus 135. You could stand the high juice. The pen is out. Pen out for sushi. 135. I can do a 135. You know me, like anything over to 140, I kind of like, oh boy, you gotta win a game and a half to get that back. Tigers today, Phillies run line. Again, we have Mets run line, they're the Tigers. Yankees run line here for me. So the Phillies, Lauren, like I was saying earlier, I wish I had the Angels yesterday because I would have came back with them today, but I missed them. And here they are at a 115, 120 dog. I can't come in on them. But I'm with you there on the run line. Simply because I would rather go a run line play, especially, we're talking 145 range. If it loses, it's even money. As opposed to laying, the 145-ish. Giants team totals 4.5, minus 145 for the under. I want to take the juice and go under. They are facing lefty, which means it'll be the B team. Because it's Eric Lauer. People like Eric Lauer. It's a name. It's the name. I was just some offensive opposing for the White Sox and Pirates yesterday. I wanted to take an under. Yeah, I'm all for Pirate unders. And I think yesterday we did say the under in that game. Hauser and Burrow, let's go. Hauser's been unhittable. Look at Hauser's numbers. He has a 113 whip. Interesting. 2-6, 8, 6-6, 6-5, 7, 4-7, 4-8, 7-7. He gives up a hit an inning. So he's good for a walk or two. So he puts a couple guys on, but he just dances out of trouble. Look at this season he's got here. 5-2 at 9 starts, 57 innings, 47 hits, 10 earned runs, 39 Ks. Definitely not a miss bat kind of guy. Who's picking him up at the deadline? Someone will. Someone's grabbing him at the deadline. You know that. Someone's grabbing this guy. Jay's rolling yesterday. Should I run it back today? Ah, man. It's tough against Webb. Now, are you going to go plus the 1.5? I'm not. I mean, I can't tell you coming here only 170. That ain't happening. Poor he would never return. Even when he comes into the chat, he's just not the same. His spirit's been broken. Yeah, I mean, listen. I remember T Money would come in and he'd get angry at me because he'd say something like, I kind of don't like the game. And he thought it was like just an affront to – and a lot of people do when they first come in. They think, like, if I don't like their game, I'm against them. Well, I just can't bet every game. You know, we have a bunch of games. People come in and they like a game. If we have 109 college basketball games and I have 11 and you put another 10 up, I can't just agree and just have every single game. That being said, with how he was angry when he came in, now I like T-Money. He comes in, he says his thing goes, but the fact that he hasn't come in, like he popped in, right? I gotta respect the commitment. I'm sure he'll be back for football. He'll be coming back for football. I see him a little bit on the Twitter world. Not as much as the old days. But I did refollow Mr. Numbers, which would be interesting. We'll see how long that lasts. I put some funny things up there about Aaron Judge for him. King D says he's leading the Giants on the money line. Again, you want to take Webb. How am I going to tell you to don't take Logan Webb? I just, I guess we could look at it this way, right? They're favored on the road. They have trouble scoring. I don't know. How about an under 8? Brew Crew seemed a little different this year. If you remember a few years ago, JK, I was a big Brewer guy. Woodruff, Burns, Peralta. I was like, this is a team I like. Can we get some offense? We had them to win divisions, and they were screwing the pooch on us. Then I flipped over to the Cubbies because I like their little staff, and they kind of hurt us. You're beating guys you got to beat. You beat the bad teams, you're going to roll up wins. Are they gonna come in here and take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers after the All-Star break? I think you gotta peek your eyebrows a little bit, like, oh, all right, maybe they're not gonna go away. Maybe there won't be a little swoon where they lose 10 to 15 and come back a little bit. I just think that staff isn't gonna get you far. Has so far, but you're also beating up on the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Reds. I mean, these are all not good teams. I mean, you look at the Central, you got 2 barely 500 teams in the Reds and Cardinals. Pirates are 20 under. I mean, I don't know. I do not know. Like says King D, I wish we get there. On Webb. Top open guard. I'm sure good. Can they score runs? That's the thing. They're not scoring runs. JK says, I'd like to get a week away from the All-Star break for all teams to readjust back first half trends. So you're not you don't want to jump right in. You want to just see how they respond to getting back into the flow. Brewers are just playing really good baseball. I think a lot of guys are playing above their heads. Is the real deal. I mean, do we got to talk about that cat? Guy who, I know, again, I was against it. Like, how the heck to put this guy in the All-Star game after 10 innings? And then people want to say, well, you put Kershaw in as an honorary guy. Putting Kershaw in as he's retiring, and he's still having a decent season is one thing. It's like, hey, come in, say hello to the fans. We're really bringing in a cat who's pitched 20 innings. I mean, I don't know about that. That's in this lineup here. We got, listen, I like Trio. Tarang's decent. Yelich is having a decent season. Self-Frelick hitting the ball. Contreras. I mean, it's just you look at the lineup and you're like, is this for real? I mean, I like Vaughn. I like the pickup of Vaughn. But pitcher-wise, like Peralta's way over his head. Quintana will give you their thing all the time, right? We know who Quintana is. Priester's having a nice season. And then you got everybody else. I don't know. Erickson House. Pitt under, yes. Jays -1. He's looking for a payday. Angels again, okay. Mets, run line taggers, maybe. Well, Eric, if you saw on Twitter, because I know you're a Twitter guy, I got the Mets run line. I got the Tigers. So I'm with you. Lawrence coming in saying, no, it's -1.5. Okay, so you weren't, because I was plus the 1.5. I was like, oh, I don't know if you're doing that one. So the plus money one. Okay, that makes sense. Gary says, I got San Diego make the playoffs at -145. Oof. I don't know if I would have did that. Only because, listen, they're I mean, obviously they're in it, right? They're the wild card, in it for the wild card right now. I don't know. Can they make a deal for anybody? How's their bullpen? How's their bullpen? How's their minor league system? Like, they've dealt so much. I mean, you forget these guys brought in Scherzer, Soto, paying money out. Machado, Tatis, Musgrove, Darvish. I mean, Bogey has done nothing. I don't know if they can make a deal to kind of keep him or to give him a push. Give him a push. Indies hoping the Giants can do something. Rooting for San Fran when we nowhere near it. Like I said, I saw your Twitter back and forth with Mr. Numbers and the Twins. Good stuff. Yeah, I was doing those little meme things. I was like, hey. And, I had got into, I don't know why I was on Baseball Reference looking at stuff. And then I brought up, Mark Gubas had a good season. And then like Ed Whitton's last 2 years were like really good years. Like early 90s, like 2 ERAs at 35. I'm like, what the heck? And they just retired the next year. So then came across Dreifert. And I remember when Dreifert came up and he was supposed to be like the real deal for them. And he was just never healthy or good. So I put that Kershaw as just a healthy Darren Dreifert. And then I put Judge as a full season Spencer. Then I was like, you know what? I gotta unblock and unmute Mr. Numbers and hit him with the Aaron Judge is just a skinny Steve Balboni, The mission never got into the All-Star game. Disrespectful guy should have made it. Absolutely. If he's that good, he'll make it next year. I mean, 25 innings. Don't get me started on the participation trophy generation. This crap. It's terrible. No way he should have made it. I would say I really like the home run derby to break the tie, mostly because I had the National League money line, but still was entertaining. That's dumb. I mean, hey, we're having a home run derby style swing off, but you know what? Aaron Judge isn't in it. What? Come on. Wild card race of the animal is going to be tight. I would say not to lay juice with a team. Padres really screwed up with the Soto trade, and that's made out like Bandits. Good for them. Well, listen, you got Abrams is good. Gore's been solid. But Keeper Ruiz, the catcher, hasn't been all that. Josiah Gray, I mean, you're a prospect. Who knows how you're going to be? I saw something, and they're talking about the MLB draft, like, nobody came. They had a section roped off, no players were there. MLB can't do an NFL, NBA-style draft. It can't be done. MLB draft is, 20 rounds more, right? I mean, A kid being drafted first is not going to the Pirates, the Dodgers, the Phillies that next week and playing, right? I mean, MLB draft, how many guys? I mean, let's go through the numbers. Let's look at guys who are top draft picks and where they are. First rounders. Nowhere to be found. First round starting pitcher, and he's a mop-up guy. MLB draft is not it's not the NFL or the NBA. They got to get out of that thought process. Mr. Herman has ridiculous takes. He reminds me of another long lost friend, but it's entertaining. He's not as. Listen, T-Money's not in crazy land like that. Listen, he will take crazy soccer in Turkey at plus money, but he's not saying let's take Iowa on the money line minus 32,000, like our guy Nick did the one time in here. Oh yeah, Illinois is a lock over Eastern, or was it Iowa over Northern Iowa, whatever it was, the football money line, 32 grand. We have a lot of people come in here with their big money line takes and don't come back. We've seen it. Seen a lot. Who knows? Maybe we'll be back for football season. Football come, shows will be longer. I'll be a lot more shows, look at lines and all this other stuff going on. Maybe people will be back. All right, here we go. Mets run line plus 115. Tigers, even money. Yanks on the run line. We'll put them in the chat one last time for those coming in. They're always scrolling. They're scrolling. Keep those doggies rolling. Put the props out one last time. I will run through them. And then we'll get on with our Saturday. Yay. King D says college less than a month away. Yeah, it's right around the corner. Right around the corner, college football. What do we got here? 35 days? All right, here's the review props. For the Mets, Alonso, Soto, Lindor, Nemo, all plus monies. Tigers are going Green, Torkelson, and McKinstry. Yanks are hitting Judge with a 2-pack, plus 290. Belly, little Cody Bellinger, I love him. Goldie, little Goldsmith, plus 180 there. And Austin Wells, 175 for the one. I don't know. Maybe the guy hits a home run. He hits lefties pretty well. Who knows? Plus 550. There you have it. Back on Sunday. The fun day. Appreciate everybody watching. Good to see everyone. Good luck today. Bye-bye.